Segway, Brun. Segway.
Guys, I'm tired.
Run, save us.
Oh my God. I didn't know that was my job now.
Oh, you're the king of the
You're the
transition.
one who's trying
kidding,
to
I'm
save us from
kidding.
Mein Kampf, okay?
No, but I don't know. I think Nedley, bro, like YouTube would be. I think it would be it would be remiss of you to not try to move over, or at least
Well,
pull
think
that
about
lever.
When you think about it, after you finish live streaming, your VOD's already there. You're not transferring it over, so it's no longer going to
And
be
it
that
gets
cringe moment,
views.
And it gets
right?
Mhm.
And it's not going to
Yep.
be cringe, right? Because it's there. You're just like, I'm just saving my content. And so the last thing I'll say on this new clip system, the cool thing about it, other than what Twitch does, is that YouTube doesn't create a separate video for these clips. It literally takes you to the actual video and just loads that section for you.
Oh.
And then if you want to watch the rest of the video, you can actually watch the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually
So it
pretty
makes
smart.
it really nice. You don't have to worry about it like, oh, now I got to go find that VOD. Right now it's like, well, shit, I'm already here. Might as well watch more of it.
I
Fair
like it.
enough.
I
That's
like
pretty
it.
sick. So, anyways, guys, I say we put that one to bed. Nedley, what are you talking about, buddy?
I want to talk about naps and
Put it
going
to
to bed.
bed.
Ah,
Nice.
there it is.
Bust that
Nice,
with the save.
That's why it's your job, dude. Seriously.
You're
dude.
so good at it, buddy.
Boys,
good at
Let's go.
this is maybe the dumbest topic of all.
I don't know, man.
But I fucking love me a good nap. I like, and there's a perfect. So really, this stems from me being really fucking tired. I
All
work
the
is
time.
fucking work is fucking insane right now, and so like literally I'm just like up, and then I'm trying to do all this shit, and then like I just fucking I really wish I could take a nap. I want to institute a mandatory nap time at work. So boys, how do you feel about the nap?
I took one today.
Hell yes, brother.
Like,
This is gonna sound.
yesterday.
That's why he left his. That's why he left his job early, was so he can come home and take a nap.
True.
I mean,
He's like, boss, I quit. I need a nap.
here in the Silicon Valley, I sound like such a freaking techie.
oh, look at me. Let me
And I
stick my pinky out.
apologize.
Holy
buttery
shit.
coffee.
But
And I've seen
but
that
napping-
movie, Internship.
napping is actually promoted. I mean, at most Google campuses or most tech campuses, there's nap pods that you can actually go into. You spend an hour in there, and you
Yep.
close yourself off in this like little bubble, and it's like a reclining chair thing, and you just sit there and you take a quick power nap.
They
The
look
trick
like
though, the trick of why they do that though is because you actually work longer hours. You end up staying later because you're more energized. Essentially it's productivity.
Productive.
It's actually productivity. Like they essentially try to up your productivity by giving you a little bit of flex, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever, to get some rest. So
That makes sense.
napping I think is great, but when companies try to make it a thing, it's a little dangerous because you have to watch out for how long you're grinding for the company versus personal time for
Right,
yourself.
exactly.
So that's
So
totally
Europeans have been doing it for years, though.
Dude,
Europeans
fucking
have,
Europeans don't
incorporated-
work. This is
I'm
maybe
just
the
saying,
one
Europeans
topic I
have
can speak
incorporated
on.
the idea that their lunch is like 2 hours long because they'll go have their tea, their lunch, and then go nap.
France doesn't even work for the month of August. The month of August is just
Wow.
a month for
true.
napping. It's fucking insane to me how little they work. You go to
Yeah, I
Germany.
think they have.
It's probably
like-
why the U.S. has come and quickly bail them out of everything.
Huh?
Back World War champs. What?
I think for people with kids in Europe, there's actually a month where when kids have to like go back to school or have summer break, companies actually allow you to take the time off to spend with your kids. I think it's ironically, I think it's in Germany, Nedley. I'm pretty sure because I work with someone and she mentioned it before.
That wouldn't make
Like,
sense. Because then, like, throughout the whole month of June and July, nobody would be fucking working. Their economy would shut down.
I don't know, man.
Except for the
I've
people
heard-
who don't have kids, they're supporting everyone who does.
Dude, really, don't compare anything else to France, dude. They fucking quit everything. They quit work for a month. Like, they're fucking useless. I say this, and I really liked going to France. God, that sounded so fucking bougie. But like, it's a cool place to go. But fuck, they're lazy, dude. Like dead ass. They don't work from 2. Like, oh my god, I don't. Oh.
All right. Okay, we get it. You hate the French, like
They take
The French.
like we get it.
Hate
Okay,
the French.
you hate the French. I get it. Like you're for some god awful reason. Maybe you have some type of vendetta against them because of the Maginot Line. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But we get it. You hate France.
God, the worst. But
The fucking worst.
the fucking worst.
But Shona, are you guys allowed to take naps down in the mine, bro?
Yeah, you just crawl
No,
up in a little
if you're caught,
cove.
if you're
You kind
caught
of just
napping underground, you're gone. They will
Really?
fire you. It's instant termination.
really.
Shit.
Yes, it's
Yeah, rock-
instant termination.
All on you, dude.
Is
Why?
is it because you're constantly supposed to have like safety requirements? Like,
Yes, exactly. We have
Okay, I
strict
see.
rules. Even with
That
us
makes
working
sense.
12-hour days, you're not allowed to freaking to nap at all. No, we don't mind like that anymore. We actually have big equipment that takes a lot more data.
Oh!
There you go.
But
So I
I'll
picture
tell you right
Shoner and
now,
friends on the bus.
we have actual we have things we do with our buddies. Like, so like when there's 2 of us working and one guy's driving, the other guy's in the passenger seat napping. Can't get caught if you're driving.
mhm.
So you nap on the bus ride there to and from work, and you nap when you can when someone else is driving the car.
Holy
Interesting.
shit. So wait, okay. Oh, God,
I have
what do
so
you
many
do in the
things I
mine
wanna
then?
say, but I feel like I'm gonna offend everybody. Everything.
I'm a
that is-
communications guy. I install networking equipment like routers, switches, access points, fiber cable, cat cable. I install autonomous network like security gates so people can't get into these automated driving vehicles because apparently we have dumbasses that goes, oh, look, a truck that drives itself. Let me run in front of it. So we have to put gates up to stop them from hurting
I
themselves.
mean,
And then I also install 2-way communication lines so that way our 2-way radios work from truck to truck. So that way we can talk to dispatch, we can talk to people outside the mine, stuff like that to relay any kind of messages.
but what do they
So
do
question.
to work in the mine?
with
Huh?
with all of. Wait, what?
What do they do to work? Okay, so you run communications, but who are they communicating? What do they do? What do they do? If we don't hit things with pickaxes, what do they
we
do?
have drillers. So we have drillers who go down, they drill holes, they drill survey holes. Geos will test the rock to find gold or any material that they're looking for, depending on the mine you work in. So I work in a gold mine. So they'll test for gold, find these ore pockets, and then we go after it. So they drill holes to blast, and they'll literally drill like 8 to 12-foot holes, blast a big old section of rock out, and then they send these muckers in, load it on the trucks. The trucks haul it out to surface, and then it gets taken off to a roadster or a processing plant to melt the gold out, because in most areas you cannot just walk around and find nuggets of gold anymore. That's just not the way it works. It's now processed. So they use a chemical like cyanide and other chemicals mixed with it to melt the gold and pull it away from the dirt. And then the dirt gets sent through a cleaning process to clean the cyanide out of it and any kind of harmful chemicals. And then it goes right back to the earth. So we just pull the gold, put it back.
That was actually way more fascinating than I thought it was going to be. Even I saw Brun go, huh?
Yeah.
And it's good money. It's dangerous work. But honestly, most days can be fun if you enjoy what you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like most, I imagine like most things, but
See, I
is there risk on like long-term effects? Like, because the mining industry has always been so known for like people coming out of mining work and having like having like diseases, right? Like,
But
so
that's
is
in
there-
coal mines.
yeah, are
have-
there
we have
things?
silica. We have
Yeah, are there
silica
things-
poisoning. So we wear respirators that pull the silica out of the air because silica is like a crystal that comes from the rock when it gets broken or blasted. It's kind of like asbestos. It gets in, it causes scar tissue in the lungs that never heals, and it will kill you. And it's a slow death if you don't take care of it. So every year we have to go through a bunch of physicals, x-rays, stuff like that, just to kind of monitor our lungs, monitor our hearing, our sight, everything like that, to make sure that we're not seeing these long-term effects. And if you start to show terms of that, they will actually push you to a different job away from the dangers until you either recover, or if you can't recover, they just leave you they'll move you to surface so you're not breathing in that air. You're in a cleaner environment, stuff like that.
It's the same thing in the granite industry too. It's totally a real thing because we're just cutting that rock and making pretty shapes with it. So like silica poisoning is actually like a big fucking deal, which is why they don't allow dry cutting anymore, because it was kicking up so much dust in the air. Now everything has to be
Same
wet
thing with
because of that.
asbestos, right? You're supposed to wet it when you drill asbestos,
dude. I'm a rock man, not a wall man.
I was well, that and like I don't know about you, Shoner, but asbestos was outlawed, I think, before we were even born.
1973.
Yeah, but like when I worked for DirecTV and I used to install television systems and stuff, we'd have to drill through walls of older houses, and so we were taught how to deal with asbestos if we ran across it, and so we had to carry a drill with a bottle of water to spray the rock so we or the walling, the wallboard, whatever it is, to make sure that we didn't get poisoned by asbestos.
Yeah,
so it's still out there. It's not used anymore, but it's still out there in people's houses today.
Yeah, because it's every house that was built before, I think, and I'm looking it up right now because it's going to bother me if I don't know, but 1973, I think, is what it is the standard for testing.
70 something. Isn't that a Biggie Smalls song?
And there's another one for lead, and I may be having my dates mixed up, but regardless, I mean, yeah, I mean, when I was doing full bath reno, we'd have to test for all that shit because if there was any of that in there, man, the job was on hold. You take care of it yourself, Mr. and Mrs. Homeowner, and that's like a $3,000 to $6,000 remediation to take care of.
Oh yeah,
it's not cheap, especially.
So I
lead.
think our biggest danger underground in the mines is really going to be the CO gases. So when we blast, we create a lot of CO gas, and we have a lot of ventilation has to pump it out. So we have to go down and do PBIs, post-blast inspections, anytime that we blast to make sure it's safe. And we have gas monitors. People run around with gas monitors all the time, just making sure that the air is of quality. We have to have a certain percentage. We can't go below 19.5% oxygen, and we can't have above a 20 CO. Or I think it's actually 17. But we put signs up. We don't allow people to go in those areas. We keep people out of it until it clears. But it's, there's a lot of safety precautions put in there. The unfortunate part is we have MSHA, which is like our OSHA, that has all these regulations. The problem is that every single regulation they have is written in blood.
Huh.
Meaning the reason that rule...
Period blood?
No. That rule
this
was
took a really
created...
dark turn.
The reason why that rule was created was because someone was hurt. They fucking hurt or killed by it. So written in blood means, okay, we need a safety railing on this sump. Well, some dumbass slipped into a fucking sump and died, right?
Oh shit.
So and so we had to put safety railings up. We have to put you have to have fall protection to walk on flat ground near a sump because you could fall in and drown because it's thick mud and you actually really can't swim in it very well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's kind of like the same thing with everything, though, bro. I mean, we had to put shit on fucking Tide Pods because ding dongs were stuffing those in their mouth.
If there's a sign, there's a reason for the sign.
Yeah, like it's just one of those things where like that's fucking anywhere.
Yeah.
But when you read the rules, right? You read some of the rules, you go, that's a dumbass rule. And then because you stop and go, wait a minute. You telling me someone actually died doing that? Like,
I can see that for a lot of I can see that for a lot of things.
If somebody were to come to me and be like, "Hey, Brunstad, don't put this Tide Pod in your mouth," I'd be like, "Why the fuck would I do that?" I don't know, but just don't
do this.
I think there are a lot of dumb people out there that are,
Yeah, there's 4 right here.
But that being said,
true.
That being said, like, so if you can't nap in the mines, can you take a break anywhere and like take a?
So we get a half-hour lunch, 2 15-minute breaks. But you're still not allowed to nap. Like there is no place. We don't have pods. Like when I worked at Intel, we had break rooms to allow people to go that came over from overseas and stuff like that, came over on visas. They could go in and nap because they didn't have a house, right? But I mean, you bust in, so it's not like you can go disappear to your car. So you're always gonna run into people. You have to just be smart about it.
Have you taken a nap?
No. I stay away from that.
Are you lying or are you telling me the truth? He's not wanting to say
it on camera.
He just doesn't want to admit to it.
I have an addiction to monsters for a reason, okay?
True. Run. What's the optimal nap time?
The optimal nap? Oh, fuck
yes,
me.
Length of nap. Length of nap.
Are we talking about like a medical perspective or just me personally?
You personally.
45 minutes to an hour.
I think
that's a pretty good nap.
If I get more than that, if I get more than that, I'm going to be pissed off. If I get less, I'm going to be pissed off.
I sit at about
45 minutes, bro.
Really?
Yep.
45 minutes, like perfect. 20 or 30. 20 or 30. An episode of a TV show, man.
I'm right there. 20 or 30, man. Power nap, baby.
Yep, that's all it is.
I'm the same. I was going to say 15 to 30 minutes at the most.
Okay, so I'm weird though.
That's a power nap.
15 minutes to actually like fall asleep.
So it's
Like-
okay.
like-
So Brunt sounds like 20, 30 minutes. It's just 15 minutes of sitting there watching Pornhub before he actually goes to sleep.
First off,
Oh,
finishes on the
I
tummy.
use X videos.
Collects the belly
sorry.
button, passes out, lets it harden. You know.
He's like, I need
What's
more.
it-
I need more Twitch gamer girl fan only
I
pages.
need more variety, you know. But no, like
The mention porn doesn't do it for you anymore.
I just they're little people and they need to be respected. So
Oh man.
no, like I'm one of those people where like I can be asleep, but it'll be like half awake, half asleep. So until I like actually go to sleep. So yeah, I guess you're right. Like 20, 30 minutes, but 15 of just kind of being in that, kind of dumb state.
Yeah.
Where you're awake but asleep.
Yeah, I'm glad this isn't live because I'm gonna get whacked across the back of the head if I say it too loud. But my wife's like 3 hours.
What's wrong with
She'll
her?
nap for 3
That's not a
hours.
nap, dude. That's a sleep.
That's a solid sleep, Chief.
That's a solid sleep, dude. 3 hours?
Yo,
what
I'm
I
like
get
gonna
at night.
Hey, dude.
Right? I'm like, dude, I had like 3 hours.
Dude,
of sleep
on a
last
good
night,
day, I get
2
like
20,
on a
at these
good day, I get like
bags. Look at
5
these
hours,
bags.
bro.
right?
Like, so I never plan on. So I've never really planned on taking a nap ever, but unfortunately, whenever the wife and I are watching TV shows, most of the time because they're boring or I'm tired and comfortable, like that's the nap time. I get in trouble all the time too because she's like, "You always just fall asleep when we're hanging out." I'm like, "Well, you put on boring shit. Like, what do you want me to do here? Like, I'm just gonna fucking pass out." So yeah, like that's what I said. The perfect amount for an episode, boom, perfect time for a nap. That's where it's at,
right.
especially when we're watching something like some fucking dumb wannabe horror show. What's that one that's on Apple TV now that was done by M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong? The Resident. The Resident? No, I forget what it was. But that show's like the perfect nap show.
Watch out for that twist, bro.
Because
There's always a twist when it comes to M.
There's
Night.
always a twist.
He likes the twist.
If there was one, I've missed it by now. Because I've slept through every episode.
So they have a lot of studies. There's actually a lot of scientific research behind naps. Really,
Mhm.
there is.
Oh yeah.
And so there's actually like 5 different types of naps. You have a recovery nap, a prophylactic nap, a appetitive nap, a fulfillment nap, and an essential nap. So
Ooh,
they
a
actually have it broken
fulfillment
down
nap.
based off. Right.
Fulfill?
So that's
That
so
sounds
fulfillment naps are often scheduled into the days of infants. So it's like for your kid when you like put your kid down for a nap because you know that if you don't, they're just gonna be a little shithead later.
True. I did that with my child.
Appetitive naps are kind of the naps that like you take because you enjoy naps. You're just like, I want to take a nap because I enjoy it. Friends like me, pick me.
That's me, bros. I fucking love naps.
And so the recovery naps, of course, are the naps you take when you don't get enough sleep during the night and you take a nap because you're like, well, fuck, at work, I need a 30-minute nap to make it the rest of the day. It's kind of like a recovery nap.
Yep.
And essential naps, of course, are when you're sick, right? You're like, okay, well, my body needs more rest because it's fighting off whatever the hell it's fighting off, COVID.
What?
Who showed her?
You can't even say shit like that, or else we're gonna get a little notification at the bottom of our video. Okay, like
Hey, I said not to bed. I said you take naps because you have COVID.
no, stop. There's another thing at the bottom. We're not listen. We're not talking about the COVID. Okay? He's special, okay? He was already talking earlier about how he's got the silicas in his lungs and he rode the short bus. Don't be mad at us. YouTube. Okay.
We're already.
But let's talk about that
demonetized. What the hell
election
are you worried about?
questionable
Wait, does that
questionalities.
site say anything about REM cycles, man? Because I've always tried to figure out like what a REM cycle was.
REM is for deep sleep. I actually know this one.
It was also a
REM
shitty
stands for-
band.
Tell me about REM, Brun. I have no idea.
It was
Never understood it, bro.
So REM is when you get into such a deep sleep, you actually like completely lose consciousness, and REM stands for rapid eye movement. So like if you've ever sat there and fucked with somebody, I know I have, who's like just zonked out, right? And you lift up their eyes, like their eyelid, their shit's like going fucking wild.
Holy shit.
Yep.
It's because it's like their whole fucking everything is just shut the fuck down, and that's when you're in the deepest sleep. That's when you dream.
Yep.
Yep.
That's when you're like a fucking rock, dude. You can like blow the house up, and they're just like not gonna wake up from.
Yeah, but if you do blow the house up and they're a rock, you got to be careful of that silica. It's just that long, dog.
Wow. So according to Sleep Foundation, they say like anything less than 30 minutes is not long enough, because anything less than 30 minutes, you don't actually go, as you said, through the sleep cycles to actually get any benefit from it. And they say 30 minutes to 45 minutes is probably about the best time, because anything over an hour leaves you groggy. Anything over an hour is going to make you feel like you said, right? You go over an hour, you start crossing into that boundary of, are you napping or are you actually just trying to sleep? And then when you get over that hour, it's like, you wake up from sleep too early and it takes you like an hour and a half to recover, or you're drinking a fucking pot of coffee or 2 Monsters and 6 Red Bulls to wake up from it. So,
And then I'm up till fucking 6 a.m. Then your sleep schedule's completely fucked.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I am hella tired because I need to stop taking pre-workout before I go to the gym.
That crash is probably crazy, Shoner.
No, it ain't the crashes, dude. I get done with my gym and I'm still pumped. I go lay down in bed and I close my eyes. I feel like I'm almost drunk, like my head's spinning from so much stimulation.
Oh my god, I've done that
so I can't
before.
Sleep. I lay there with my eyes closed, going, go to sleep. And I look at the clock and I'm like, shit, I'm gonna get 3 hours of sleep. And then my mind goes into that and gets all panicked. And then I can't sleep now because I'm more fucking pissed off that I'm only gonna get 3 hours of sleep.
Yep. Before I shipped to Basic, I drove from Arkansas to Florida to go hang out with my now wife before I left, and we ended up shotgun wedding it when I went. So fun times. But yeah, that's like an 18-hour drive. It took me about 23 because of traffic here in Atlanta, because I was skipping through. So I was like just crushing energy drinks, crushing coffee, and by the end of it, I hit Gainesville. I still had like 2 hours to go, like 1 a.m. And I stopped at this fucking side of the road dirt shit gas station, and I was like, all right, I need some of these like fucking caffeine pills. So I swallow all 4 of those. And dude, I laid in bed and I'm literally like this. And I'm shaking. I'm like physically shaking, like just I can't stop moving. And she's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, go to sleep. It's 3 a.m. And I'm like, I promise I'll fall asleep at some point today.
I need something to clean. Give me something to clean. Like,